When I did the end of the year review in 2020, I said I had faith because we had accomplished more than enough to believe we could handle the upcoming challenges. I still have that faith, but I want to question how we're handling them. Watching the world dealing with COVID-19 in 2021 is like watching somebody solving a Rubik's Cube that's fighting back. Every time we think we've got it, something changes. The public is mostly aware of the Delta and Omicron variants. But if you look at the WHO website, there are 5 variants of concern, 2 variants of interest, 7 currently under the monitoring, and 13 formerly monitored variants. And people are still dying. This is the worldwide COVID-19 deaths and the 7-day average since January 2020. I've marked January 1st, 2021 on it so you could see the distribution. By June, global COVID-19 deaths in 2021 have surpassed that of 2020, and the trend hasn't quite exactly waned off since. There are basically 2 ways to deal with the pandemic: lockdowns and vaccines. We all started somewhere in the extremes. In the beginning, it was total lockdowns or total reliance on vaccines. Then we gradually moved towards some kind of a middle ground. In China, the strategy becomes imposing timely and targeted lockdowns, often about locking down the street or residential area while pushing for nationwide vaccination. The zero-tolerance approach is forecasted to be saving China from experiencing at least 630,000 infections a day. It's different in other places. The impetus in America and many European countries is always to open up, and the vaccine is viewed as the only scientific solution. That's why you see some countries, Germany for example, are contemplating or imposing lockdowns specifically for the unvaccinated, even though it's shown that the new variant could affect the vaccinated as well as the unvaccinated. Former US Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice called the international response to the pandemic, quote, "the revenge of the sovereign state. Everything is about me. My PPEs, my vaccines. You can add my ways of dealing with the pandemic." To this day, there's no global consensus on it. As a result, many have dug in on their protection method and won't see the merit in others. This has to change. No person or country can live with the endless cycle of surges and lockdowns. Globalization guaranteed cross-border transaction. We are going to open up sometime. It requires an international standard of practice that isn't averse to strategically deploying lockdowns and striving for more vaccine equality. It's been 2 years now. Time to dance with the change.